Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm back with a brand new video, and this is the first video I have done outside in quite a while because it has been very cold here in good old North Carolina lately. And the last video I did, thank you to all who watched, it was a video of a recent Temu order I did, and I just did that one because I wanted to get something out to you all. And it's just been so rough lately with this weather, and in my house, it's not the best lighting and things for when I do videos showing my face. So I'm gonna try to configure some new things, maybe do it in a different location than what I've done previously, so I can at least start doing some more videos. Because if you've noticed, kind of since the weather changed, my video production has gone way downhill. But again, just happy to be back with you all on this very Bricks Day on this Christmas Eve. Hope you all are enjoying this time with your loved ones, and want to get into some figures I've not gotten in a very long time. Actually, a couple of years since I last purchased some of these. These are the the new, fairly new WWE retros. These are the Hulk Hogan and Syxx not Wolfpack, NWO 2-pack. There's also a 2-pack of Hall and Nash, and the retro figs are basically, these figures are in the same style, the same makeup of the old school Hasbro figures. So if you're a wrestling fan such as myself growing up in the 90s, then you remember the Hasbro figures. Those are the figures that we all grew up with, and featuring so many iconic WWE legends. And these figures basically take after that. Now, I purchased my first retro figs back in 2019. In fact, one of the first figures that I bought when I started really collecting figures heavy around 2019, it was, well, I guess late 2018, it was the AJ Styles retro series figure. And since then, I've gotten a couple of others. I actually got a lot of them out from storage over the weekend, so I'm going to be sharing some of those. Do probably like a retro figs, kind of overview video at some point in the near future. But yeah, so essentially, these figures really just, kind of take you back to that mode of, the Hasbro line. Even with the way that it's designed, you even see we have the old school WWE block logo. We have, the feature, performers, Hogan and Syxx, from their glory days in the NWO in the 90s. You have the little, the two, which really is not that spectacular of our, I guess, move set, but articulation. But if you remember the Hasbro figures growing up, they had the the action, the wrestling move, the move that the figures were able to perform. So here you have Hogan, 2 Sweet Stomp, and then you have Syxx, the Syxx Springer. So, the real superstar action. So these are really modeled exactly to a T after the old school Hasbro figures we grew up loving. And now you can see on the back of the box, you see the other figures in this series. This is all NWO series. They came as 2-packs, and then you have the little card, which these cutout cards were a big part of wrestling figure packaging back in the 90s. Matter of fact, AEW copied it with their retro, their kind of throwback LJN style figures that they have. So yeah, so anyway, and these figures, so I got this from a local toy store, Nerd Bombers. I have not seen these since they've relaunched the retro series. I've not seen them in any regular, any Walmart or Target, which makes me think they're not being sold there. The only place I think you can get these is perhaps Ringside Collectible. That's just from what I've seen. And because the old retro figures, they were, in single packs at the store, for years. Well, a couple of years, I was collecting, and then they stopped making them. I want to say they stopped making the retro line maybe in 2021. They ceased it, and now they brought it back. So I want to say it was 2021, could give or take a few, but it's back, and I love these figures. So we're gonna get into it, and this should be a very simple unboxing. Matter of fact, wow, the card slides. Wow, slides right up. Huh? That's like the easiest kind of card removal have seen. Interesting. Matter of fact, this is very, as you see, And what I like about these figures too is that these figures are so durable. They're really thick and, you know, just really hard to damage and just really good for posing. You know, not, and you see the Hogan. That's, I guess, the too sweet stomp, which I didn't know that was a Hogan finishing maneuver back in the day. I thought it was a leg drop. But yeah, I mean, this is a really good, you know, likeness of Hogan. I mean, it's definitely in that, you know, caricature style, you know, of the Hasbro figures. But I prefer these figures far more, and I cannot stress far more than the WWE Superstars line that are out now. Those figures are, to me, some of the worst, if not the worst. They're the worst looking WWE figures out in my book, bar none. Those figures, they remind you of the AWA figures from the 80s, and those to me were the least appealing wrestling figures of that generation, of that era. When I compare, you know, to WWF LJNs, WWF Hasbro, the WCW Galoob line, and those figures were just atrocious, and that appears to be the I think the image, the model that they're taking off of. So these figures, I love these so much more, and even just the you know, the detail on the figures. I mean, you got the lightning bolts NWO on the boot. I don't know how well you can see it on this camera. Then the just really good, simple, good, just basic design. You have the bandana. I mean, this is exactly what I expect the figure, a retro series Hogan figure, NWO era Hogan figure to look like. And then we have Syxx, with the tongue out, glasses, the bandana, and on the back you got the Syxx ball. So again, there, and I like that Syxx ball. I really like that. So yeah, these are just two very nice figures just to have back in the collection. And like I said, these are the first retro figures I've gotten in a since they've restarted the line. So hopefully I will see some more out in the wild. If I do, I'll probably see them at, you know, Nerd Bombers or maybe some other kind of toy stores, and hopefully I will see these at Target at some point or Walmart, but thinking probably not. But again, these are just some really cool figures. Glad they're in my collection. And yeah, and then, as in the immortal words of the NWO, these are just too sweet. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this. Again, just want to get some content out to you all, and again, just hope you all have a very good holiday season, spending it with your loved ones. Just take this time to reflect on all of the, you know, positive, good things going on in your life, and just connect with your loved ones, and just eat some good food, and just have a good time. So whatever you celebrate, whether you celebrate Christmas or celebrating Kwanzaa, or celebrate Hanukkah or whatever, you know, just be safe, have a great time, and I will talk to you again after a while.